Practices refers to method, techniques, and approaches that managers use to effectively lead and manage their teams or departments. This is my attempt now to give you a definition of what management practices mean. It refers to what are the methods, techniques, and approaches that managers use to effectively lead and manage their teams or departments. These practices are based on principles and theories of management and are aimed at achieving organizational goals, improving performance, and maximizing productivity. Now, the first practice managers encounter is the practice of managing. How does he go about it in a typical way? What are the methods? Let's try to look at this. Now, in practicing planning, this is what the manager will do. Set goal, set objective, develop strategies, create action plan to achieve the desired outcome. Planning helps manager to anticipate the future needs and allocate resources according to those needs and establish a roadmap that can give them the sources that they desire. I know you know the meaning of goals. Okay, I know you know the meaning of objectives. Okay, objectives are your vision broken down into achievable future, into short-term future. Now, you know the meaning of strategy. Strategy is a master game plan that you want to use to outwit a competitor or to achieve your goal or to manage things. This is what we call strategy. Now, you know what action plan means. Action plan is a plan you have put together for action. Now, actions that you're going to use to achieve your plan, we call it action plan. Now, plan action means planning for an action, and that is like doing administrative side of that action to achieve your desired outcome. Now, this is what planning does. It tells managers to bring the future into today. It tells the manager to see, anticipate the needs, and now know how to allocate resources. Organizational resources are best allocated to places of needs, not places of pressure, not places of history, not places of we think here is where it should go. Let me share 10 naira into 5 places. That is wrong. First of all, think where the need would be most with respect to what organization wants to become. If there be a place that may take 10, 9, give that place 9. Don't say let's share it equally, democratically. No. Consider where the need of the organization is. Number 2 is organizing. How do we practice this? Managers organize resources. He brings the resources to the table, both human and non-human, to ensure that the work is carried out effectively and efficiently. In fact, managers are known more for efficiently. That is, efficiency refers to economic distribution of things. Managing things economically, the word efficiency, that is what it is all about. Making sure that things are managed economically, prudently. You have heard of that word? Okay. Now, this includes assigning tasks. Mr. John, you will do this. Mr. Luke, you will do this. Mr. SYZ, you will do this. Mr. Kunle, this is your own portion. You assign these tasks. You delegate responsibilities. We will hear about delegation under that. Now, you create a structure that can make this to work. Organizational structure refers to hierarchy you're going to create or assignment structure you're going to create so that you achieve what is your desired goal. You also establish communication channel. If there is this thing to complain, this is how it will go through. This is how it will go through. This is how it will go through. Communication channel should not be randomized. It should follow a pattern. You need to reach me. This is the person you should reach. This is the person who will reach me, not you. You establish this communication channels. The third one is leading. Another word I will use here is directing. Another word I will use here is commanding. This is the most important. In fact, it's a crucial management practice that involves guiding and motivating team members to achieve their potentials. Now, looking at management practice, another practice is this leading. Leadership is crucial management practice. Without leadership, people cannot achieve their potential. People cannot become what they are capable of becoming. Potential means things you are capable of becoming that you have not become. That's what potential is. Things that you are capable of becoming, which you have not yet become. And the danger is that most of us in life may not achieve what we want to achieve or what we are capable of becoming, because we have lacked the leadership in us to help us to achieve it. We have lacked the leadership in us that can help us to drive towards our goals and achieve them. Effective leaders inspire people. Effective leaders influence. Effective leaders empower their team members to work towards the common goals and to help them to achieve their own personal dream in life. Did you get it? Okay. Then the fourth one is controlling. It's in management that this word comes so often. In leadership, controlling is never a variable and it doesn't come in there. But in management, because management deals a lot with efficiency, prudential nature of things, managing economy, managing things. Now, it becomes necessary to have control system. Managers are controllers. Managers monitor and evaluate the progress of work to ensure that it is on track and it is aligned with organizational objectives. So the practice of management involves also that managers must always be a monitor, and that manager must be monitoring. Don't leave anything on earth without monitoring it. And it should also be evaluating the progress. Evaluate means putting value on the thing. Evaluate the progress. This thing have gone halfway or more than halfway. That means it is, assuming 30 naira is allocated, that means 15 naira is spent. You know how you evaluate things. Put figure to what has been done and know what remains. This involves setting performance metrics. There must be a way to measure what people have done. Metrics means measurement. Let that be a way you measure what people have done. Measuring performance, identifying where people deviated from what's supposed to be, what has been written down, and taking corrective action when necessary. Some of these corrective action can be brutal, some can be mild, some can be soft. Are you getting the important things that action must be taken? The another thing that is coming in the way of practice of the manager is to make a decision based on available information received and the analysis to solve problems. So managers make decisions based on available information that they have garnered and analysis to solve problems. They also allocate resources and address challenges. Now, remember, nobody takes decisions than the manager. Unless you are the manager delegated the decision, and then it also boils down to the manager that is the person who takes decision. We know of this when we're talking about delegation, that even when you delegate something, it is still you that is liable to face the consequence of whatever you have delegated. So effective decision making involves considering different alternatives, evaluating the risk, balancing short-term and long-term goals, and also bearing in mind the consequence of the decision more than the decision itself. Okay? Now I'm going to look at the sixth management practice. And this sixth management practice is communication. This requires to set clear and effective communication. Now, the clear and effective communication is essential for managers to convey expectation. Without clear and effective communication, managers cannot really convey a transparent expectation. It also helps to provide feedback and foster collaborations. Managers should be able to communicate effectively with their team members, their superiors, and other stakeholders. Communication matters. Major causes of conflict anywhere, about 80% of the time, is being attributable to communication failure. So many people think they communicate, not knowing that they are not communicating. Just like the example you gave now, where somebody have another thing in mind and is talking, and people are getting another thing to mean that not knowing that the man is playing politics. The people ought to have known that this man can never be true. So let us better understand him from the first day that he is playing politics. And if there is anything we should do, we should also know that he is not coming up with what he is saying. So we better be on the same page early. But people often deceive themselves. choosing to live in that kind of limbo, choosing to live in that kind of wrong expectation. So they use the word politics to cover that level of stupidity. So the other practice is what we call building team. Management practices also involve that managers should build and develop high capacity performing team by hiring the right talents, promoting collaboration, and fostering positive work culture. One of the ways to do well for your organization is to hire the right talents. And if you cannot hire the right talent, develop the talent you have. Profit they make or outcome of what they make. So managers build and develop high performing teams by hiring the right people, the right talent, the right ability, the right skill, the right knowledge, promoting collaborations and fostering positive work culture. They create an environment that encourages work, teamwork, trust, and the open and transparent communication. That is a major practice. And another practice I may be closing with in this section is what I call performance management. I will talk about this performance management and then talk about another one. Then finally, maybe close on with that. Now, performance management is one of the practices managers establish to provide also. They also provide regular feedback on the people as they are looking at the performances, and then make a room for recognizing and rewarding achievement. They also identify developmental needs and provide opportunity for growth. Whenever management are looking at the performance indices of what their people are doing, it is helping them to consolidate the expectation, provide regular feedback, recognize and reward achievement. At the same time, punish failures. When somebody is talking about rewarding achievement, the word can be both negative and positive. But the negative side of the word is normally what we call punishment. Are you getting it? It's what we normally call punishment, deterrent. Have you heard of that word, deterrent? Deterrent, and to make somebody feel the consequence of what he has done. Okay. Now, manager also identify developmental needs, and they provide opportunity for growing, for the people to grow and to learn. This is because the manager have established performance management system. Did you get it? Then the next thing the manager should also do is to practice what we call continuous improvement. This is where to be. The manager must encourage a culture of continuous improvement by promoting innovation, by identifying areas for optimization, by providing areas for further enhancement, by providing and implementing best practices. These are practices management must embark on. Encourage a culture, a tradition of continuous development improvement. And this is achievable by promoting innovations, identifying creativity, identifying areas of optimization, areas to optimize. You know the meaning of the word optimize. Okay. Implementing best practices globally and locally. Now, they seek feedback from team members to know areas to concentrate, to evaluate processes, and to make necessary adjustments to enhance performance. Now, I'm not going to leave you here. I'm going to leave you on this topic in this area. Now, these management practices are not exhaustive indeed. Depending on one particular sector or the other, one area or the other, there might be need to come up with a particular thing management are doing there that are unique with respect to that area and that are not also applicable in another area. That is why I need to make sure I tell you here that it is not exhaustive. These 9 points or 9 practices may not be exhaustive, but different organizations may adopt unique